Rolling on to observation number 9. This one is very simple for us to wrap our minds around. Although, depending on the emotional state that you're in, time to time, day to day, how you grew up, where you are as a person, you may find it impossible. But it's very simply 2 words: practice kindness. And I like this observation in the way that we've labeled it in the practice kindness, because very simply, like a martial art, we practice a punch, we practice a kick, right? We practice law, we practice medicine. This literally means that we've got to bring ourselves. We have to keep our skills sharp. We have to stay on top of what's going on inside of the world and our subject matter. And we've got to continue to practice it, because if we don't, we lose the muscle memory, we lose the mental clarity and acuity, and we lose the ability to literally have like a razor's edge black belt approach to that craft. And when that craft is kindness, like a punch, I want my feet grounded in the ground. I want my hips and I want my body to be able to support that punch. And I want to cause a concussion whenever I am chambering it back. With kindness, I want my foundation to be rooted in compassion. I want to be a compassionate person. And so what we want to do right now is we want to unpack kindness. We're going to share what Mr. Marcus Aurelius has said. And it's 9 and 10 are going to show up at the same time. Practice kindness. Sincere kindness is invincible, Aurelius writes. It is more powerful than any negative transgression. It takes a strong leader to set aside ego and lower emotions. Instead, a wise leader behaves with compassion. Whatever the most vicious person will do, you keep treating him with kindness and gently set him straight. If you get a chance, correcting him cheerfully at the exact moment that he's trying to do you harm, Aurelius says. So he literally describes the kindness counterpunch. He talks about, he literally gives you an opportunity to be able to witness, like, what does it take to stop my share? What does it take for you to be able to kill them with kindness, as the saying goes? Whenever I hear this particular observation and I think about it, I think about not really being able to save someone from themselves, but ultimately treating them with love and respect. I can lead a man or a woman. I can't save them. I can't do it for them, right? And sometimes for whatever reason, and I've witnessed it in my own family and in my businesses, and specifically in the addiction space, you'll see 2 spouses that are going through effectively addiction together. And when one of them decides to get sober, as soon as they proclaim that they are sober, the other one is going to tear them down and give it an opportunity, throw it in their face, void of kindness, completely wrapped in negativity, zero compassion, right? And you know, and on the flip side, when somebody has been sober for a long time, this kindness bone to be able to do good for other people, it seems to be one of the first bones or the first muscles we try to develop. Because I think when we sedate, one of the things that we do is we sedate our ability to be vulnerable with those people around us. Check this out. If I'm going to be kind to somebody in the doctor's office, I've got to also be prepared to be rejected. If I'm going to be kind with somebody, and I'm doing it for the reason of getting something out of it, instead of just kindness, which should be free, compassion, love, guiltless. If I am being kind so that way I can get something, and I am using my kindness to motivate or manipulate, I am setting myself up for injury. So if you seem to be a person inside of your mind and you're looking at the world as, well, if I'm nice to him, but it doesn't get me anywhere. That might be the wrong way to look at this. We may consider looking at this from a little bit of a different angle. We may want to consider that you are being kind because that's just who you are, right? When we are kind and fake is the right word to get something that we want, it doesn't take very long for others to press the button that removes your kindness. Just a little bit of negative friction is going to make you drop your guard. Your dukes are up, and all of a sudden, you're not practicing kindness. You're actually practicing martial arts. Your collision-based sales technique is just literally, Sun Tzu's war is the art of deception. You're pretending to be kind because you really are a cold, callous asshole. Like, if that's the person that you are, then accept it, own it, and then make a decision. Are you going to continue to be that person? Or do you want to be a person that creates and maintains long-term relationships that are built on trust? Because those are the relationships in the lab business that are what they call annuitized books of business. When I go into a doctor's office and I am not there to make a relationship with somebody who is going to send samples today, when I am there so that way I can figure out what problems they have and what solutions we have to help solve them, if we can work together. I want a relationship that's going to go on 7 years, right? I don't care if Miss Julie tells me no 16 times in a row. As a matter of fact, I welcome that with kindness, because on the 17th time she tells me yes, I know her. I know her kids' names. I know her favorite coffee. I know she likes cake pops at 2:00. I know she's got to get out of the office at 4:00 for soccer practice. I probably know her favorite color. I've sent her birthday cards. I've been hunting her, not stalking her, hunting her. So that way, and through kindness, we build trust. The content of my character is what is going to build trust. And that trust is what's going to build the relationship. And relationships in the lab business are valuable, right? Because they trust me. If I move from one lab to another lab, there's a pretty good chance those relationships are going to follow me. But if I am unkind, if I don't have compassion, empathy, or sympathy, if I can't relate, if I don't have and haven't worked on emotional intelligence, if I'm not willing to evolve past whatever the hell I showed up, I don't get to pick my parents, guys. If you weren't taught kindness growing up, man, I sympathize with you. I empathize with you. I think I can have both of those things going on at the same time, because I don't know your exact situation, but I wasn't really taught kindness as an art form and as a practice, right? So I had to teach myself that in my marriage. I had to teach that self that in fatherhood. And it's something that I've had to practice with my team members. And when I have been at my best as a leader, I have taken the business targets and I have thrown them out of the window. And I have focused on the personal targets of my team members. I have cared about their credit scores. I have cared about their savings accounts. I have cared about them finding a father for their child, like a stepdad, to buying a house, down payment, getting out of debt, paying off student loans, a vacation. Those were our outcomes. And in the pursuit of my sales team hitting those outcomes, they completely smashed their sales targets, and the company 10x multiple on what we expected we were going to get. And the team gelled together, and it was because we had kindness and we had respect, and we got each other, and we weren't talking at one another. We were working with each other. And they translated that to their clinics. And we took the pressure off of the manipulative, motivating sale, and we practiced kindness, right? And in given the opportunity, what can even the most vicious person do if you keep treating him with kindness and gently set him straight? And if you get a chance, correcting him cheerfully at the exact moment he's trying to do you harm. Think about that. There's an opportunity where this person is trying to do you harm, right? The Bible says something many people misinterpret. They say, turn the other cheek, right? And some people think that means that you're not supposed to strike back in violence, or you're turning the other cheek specifically because you're not supposed to do any harm, and it's Christian not to do any harm. The way that I've learned it and relearned it as an adult, the saying really turn the other cheek is, I could smash you if I wanted to, but I'm going to give you the other cheek, and I'm going to practice kindness. I'm going to give you the other cheek for you to get your frustrations out on, because I know you're still trying to figure this stuff out. You're having a hard time right now with your emotions. I'm not belittling you, but you're spinning out of control. I'm going to continue to practice kindness while you spiral out, and I will not be the hand that pulls you down. I'm going to be the hand that picks you up. And I am emotionally detached from your negativity because I am in my own positivity. And just when you're trying to do me harm, I'm going to continue to cheerfully cheer you up. So think about where you are inside of your own body. Negative self-talk, where you are not practicing kindness to yourself, where you're dogging yourself out, where you're talking shit about who you are to yourself, where you're pulling yourself down. Stop that now. Think about where you're not practicing kindness on your body, inside of your diet, in the poisons that you're putting in yourself, right? Practice kindness to yourself. Practice kindness to your spouse. Think about how you're praying, how you're meditating, right? And then practice kindness inside of your business. Practicing kindness is an art form. If you can get plants to grow faster and straighter with speaking kind words to them, and as Philip Swear says, they literally don't have a nervous system. If you can get plants to grow because of kindness, imagine the growth of your team members and your clients if you spoke kind words into their hearts and their minds.